Who's ready to talk some trash with me? It's that time, and it's time for me to clear off my table so I can get rid of all of this stuff. So before we get into my empties for the month, I would first like to ask you to please do all of the things. Yes, you know what they are. The subscribe, the ring the notification bell, thumbs up, comment, all the things. I do truly appreciate it, and I appreciate that you guys put up with me repeating the same thing all the time. So, let's get into some trash. I have got a plethora of stuff this month, and I don't know how. I'm actually kind of surprised at myself, but I did pretty well. So, boring stuff out of the way first. I went through a Mrs. Meyer's hand soap. This one is the honeysuckle scent, so that one is finished off. I went through a 3-pack of shower fizzers. I think these were lavender, I think. Can't tell anymore, but there were just 3 little round discs that I just threw into my shower. They were really nice. I got them at the Dollar Tree. I haven't seen them again since, but if you come across them for $1.25, you really can't go too far wrong, as long as you don't hate lavender. And they didn't stain. They are purple, but they did not stain the floor. I could see the water as it was dissolving. I could see some of the purple running, but it didn't stain my tile at all, and I didn't have to worry about cleaning up. It just rinsed right away. So that's also very nice, because some things when they're colored do stain. So along those lines, we also have the Mary Kay Paint the Sky. We have the shower gel and the lotion, which I cut open. So those are done. And then, also in my shower, a Philosophy Fresh Cream. Oh, goodness. Body polishing scrub. I love the smell of Philosophy's Fresh Cream. It smells like vanilla cake batter to me. So it may not be for everybody. It's pretty sweet, but I enjoy it. This was a 4-ounce bottle, and you can see I really do manage to squeeze the heck out of these things. I do have shower gels and lotions also in that scent, and that's a scent that I do actually repurchase because I enjoy it so much. Then, let's talk about some hair stuff. Let's get that out of the way. I went through a Living Proof Restore Repair Mask. This one's a 1-ounce tube. I know everybody really likes the Living Proof stuff, and it's fine. I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't dislike it, but yeah, whatever. The Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Hair Mask, which these are nice too. Not necessarily my favorite, but they're good ones. They are very good masks. They're nice. The Moroccan Oil Volumizing Mist, which you knew about from my old New Gifted Blue project. Went through all of that. Still don't know if it did anything. Sorry, guys. Couldn't tell you. This is O&M. It's a shampoo and conditioner. It's Hydrate and Conquer. And honestly, I couldn't figure out if it's even carried anymore. I think I got this as a sample thing from Sephora, but I don't think they carry the brand anymore. And they were okay. They were just shampoo and conditioner, nothing fantastic. And then one of the alternate Caviars. This is the Caviar Anti-Aging Replenishing Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner. These are nice. I actually like their moisturizing cream. That is a holy grail. This is take it or leave it. I'm not super fussed about most shampoos. The only one that I really enjoyed was that, was it the keratin? There was one in one of my empties that I had a sample of that I actually felt made a difference that I could tell right away. Otherwise, honestly, I either use Tweaked or Wen for the most part. I do like some of the pattern. I do have that Blue Tansy one, but normal shampoos and stuff just don't really float my boat. They're just whatever. So let's move on to some face stuff. I went through a 1-ounce of the Fresh Soy Cleanser. This, for my higher end brands, is my favorite of all of the name brand stuff that I have tried. I mean, there's an e.l.f. one that I really love too. This one does not leave my skin stretched. I get tight to the point where it's painful. This doesn't do that. I can actually get out of the shower and don't have to run immediately for a moisturizer. I can actually hold on for a couple of minutes, which is unusual. A baby Cetaphil. This does dry me out. Daily facial cleanser. Everybody loves it. It's not a bad product, but even that is more stripping for me than the Fresh is. Went through a Good Molecules Instant Cleansing Balm. Now, this, well, it's empty. There's nothing to see. But this isn't bad. It's, I want to say it's about $15 for the tin. How much is in the tin? 2.5 ounces. So it's cheaper than, like, say, the pharmacy, but it's obviously more expensive than the, is it the AOA or the Shot Missy, whichever one that everybody else is loving. And I would buy this again. I actually do kind of like this. It's not a bad one at all. I had a Peach Punch Toly Moly 8-pack of facial wipes. They smell really good, but I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of scented things around my eyes. It didn't burn or sting, but I could smell it, and I was just thinking that's probably not a good thing. This came in something. I didn't buy this. I don't think you can even buy 8 packs of those. Nice enough, not something I would repurchase simply because of how fragranced it is. A Physicians Formula. What is this? Coconut Milk Eye Makeup Remover. I've gone through a few of these, and these are actually pretty nice. There was a big CVS deal that I had gotten, so I'd gotten these relatively cheap. And I like them, but it's more messing with the hands and stuff. So if that's a method that works for you, that is decent. It takes off all the waterproof stuff. Didn't have problems with staining with any of my stuff. I mean, it worked really well for me. I do prefer the liquids, I guess, a little bit more. So, okay, so then we've got a Thayer's toner. This one is the 3-ounce size, and this is in the rose petal. I have a bigger jumbo size that I'm using right now. My Lancome toner, which you guys have heard me go on and on about. I'm actually using another one this size, and then I've got my big ones that I got from the Ulta 21 Days. Love that. That is very serum-like. Very, very nice. Okay, so then, more skincare. I have a lot of skincare. Went through the first bottle of the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Booster Drops. This is a hyaluronic acid. This is one of those that I had picked up at TJ Maxx. I couldn't find it on e.l.f.'s website. So I don't know if this is something that's not in the line anymore. I'm using another bottle. I had found them at 2 different, TJ Maxx's. So I'm using my second bottle now. I like them, but I don't feel like there's as much product as there is in The Ordinary, which is what I normally use. And speaking of The Ordinary, I have my Ordinary hyaluronic acid, and if I had glasses, I could check and tell you the amounts. So this is a full fluid ounce. I don't think this is. But I don't think it wants to tell me either. I don't see, but I mean, obviously, just look at the size of the bottles. So price-wise, The Ordinary is probably comparable, if not a better deal. But I also went through a bottle of the Matrixyl 10%. I use both Matrixyl and Argireline because one is for fine lines, one is for dynamic lines, and I have both. So I like my serums. The Acure Soothing Blue Tansy, and yes, I have gotten a recommendation for another Blue Tansy product, so thank you very much. And I will be looking into that because this is not something that Acure makes anymore, which is a drag because this was a really nice product. That was in one of my projects also. And we're losing words. Well, that's pretty good. I've gotten through quite a bit of it, so if I start losing words now, it's probably better than my normal track record. This one is the Youth to the People Superberry blah, 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 blah. You guys know what it is. You know that it was in the project and it is cleaned up. This is a nice glass jar. I'm going to be reusing as many containers as possible because these are nice. Oh, that's the lipstick I'm wearing. That's not an empty. Okay, so a couple other things I went through. I went through a Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. You know I've got a stockpile of these things. You know I'm trying to kill off setting sprays. Still love that one. Can't quite find anything that's the same. I went through a small bottle of the It Brush Bath. This is $10, which is stupid. The bigger bottle is like 16 or 18, I think. And I don't remember why I got a little one. There must have been some kind of a promo. The nice thing about this, I have the first good brushes I ever got were It brushes. So of course I got the brush cleaner to go with. And the nice thing about this is you just spray it on the brush, wipe it on a paper towel, and you don't have to let it air dry. It doesn't get wet. So you can turn around and use it right away. Is it as good as like an actual soap? Probably not, but it is good. It works really well with the It brushes because some of them, there's so many fibers in there, they're just impossible. And this is effective. Don't plan on running out and buying any more anytime soon, but it's not a horrible product. Couple of odd things for you. I'm going to put the name of this above me because I don't think you can't read it. I can't read it. These are thermal spring waters. Now, these are 1.6 fluid ounces each. I took some time off. You guys knew about that. You knew I had done some pre-filming and whatnot. What I did was I actually had a halo treatment, which is a light therapy and a laser. It's a ablative, non-ablative. I don't know what it all is. You guys can look it up. There are people out there, and before I ever did this, I actually did look at other people's videos, and let me tell you that I'm not normal. Okay, I know you know that, but I mean in a different way this time. I actually take longer to heal. I tend to turn red more quickly. There's all kinds of things. My process is longer than what you're going to see if you ever look up the procedure. It's non-invasive, like they're not anesthetizing you, they're not cutting you open, anything like that. But the reason that I did it is because of the skin cancer issue, because it is so prevalent in my family, because I have burned so badly over the years, and it actually does bring up necrotic stuff. And so that was the purpose of doing it. And I just had the second one, and she increased the setting, which is a good thing because we needed to get deeper. It will help with some of the lines too, hopefully. It has helped a little bit in here, but to give you an idea, the first time she did it was on a 400 and it took about a week to heal. This time she went between 600 to 700, and I'm still red. I still have a dry patch. My nose is still peeling. And this has been 9 days. So my recovery time is a lot longer. But we know I have issues anyway with that kind of stuff. This is what, as soon as it's done, this is what you go home with. And I actually killed one of these in about an hour because the burning is so bad that all you do is you just spray your face like every few seconds in my case, just to make the burning sensation stop. So I blew through a couple of these. And it's not like I would lie to you guys about what I do or don't do procedure-wise anyway. It's not like I lie about anything. I don't have the time, the energy, or the effort to put forth to lie about things. So it's not something I wanted to make a big deal of, but like I said, I heal differently. I react differently, so you can't use me as a basis of how it would work for you if it's something that you do. I would suggest if it's anything you're interested in doing, you go look and see what other people's experiences are, and then know that mine is the extreme end. So, just to clarify. Anyway, onward. This is Dermalective's Eye Lifting Solution. This is a $450 bottle. I should have joined Pan Your Way to 5K. This is stupid expensive. I didn't know that's how much this was until I looked it up. $450. It's an ounce. I don't even remember when I got this, how I got this, but I can guarantee you I didn't even pay anything close to that. I can guarantee you I didn't even pay a quarter of that, okay? And it's nice. It's lovely. It didn't change my world, but it's a good product. I'm just glad that I used it all, literally to the end. I don't know if you can tell. It looks like there might be a drop or something in there, but there is no way to get anything else out of that. So I got more than my money's worth, apparently. Then I do have one thing which I'm going to share, and normally I just kind of tell you as I go along if I need to do this, but this wasn't in anything else. I had a bottle of strawberry booster. I don't even know what brand this thing is. It went bad. This doesn't count towards my empties. I don't write it in my notebook. I had to dump this because it did something strange and turned an odd color. And it was just an oil, natural certified, vegan, and cruelty free, which is lovely. It came in something, it's not something I purchased or went out and sought. I don't even know what strawberry drops do. So it's a declutter. I'm basically, it, like I said, doesn't count towards anything that I consider my empties. Empties are things that I've used, in my opinion. So that I'm just throwing in so that you know that it was in my inventory and no longer is. I don't know if anybody cares. But let's get to the more fun stuff now. I actually do have a few things that aren't just skincare this time. Oh my goodness. So we went through the baby Tart Jelly Glaze lip mask. I don't love these. It's okay. It's surprising how long this thing lasts, though. I mean, this thing has a lot of product in it. You don't need very much of it. Not my favorite. I know other people like them. It's just not my favorite. I went through a Lorac Eye Primer, and I used every last bit. This, I think, actually came as part of the eye palette. I think this was a bonus with the eye palettes because I have a couple of these things floating around. I like it. I actually use it. I'm using another one of these right now, and I have had no problems as far. But I set mine. I use that Avon Mauve that I'm still trying to pan, and I set my eyeshadow with some kind of a base color from lashes to brow. I just always have. Have had no problems creasing with it. None of that kind of stuff. Holds up really well. It's holding up better than my face makeup is at this point, but that's partially the skin thing. I went through a full of the mini travel of the Maracuja Tinted Moisturizer. This is in 20 and light. These are the little ones, so they're like the $15 size. And this one was in my travel thing, and I thought, okay, before it gets too old or expires, I wanted to kill that off, so that one's done. We knew this is my big accomplishment, my Color Pop, my Super Shock Cheek. I didn't screw that up this time, you guys. Smoking Whistles, done. But I found another one. I have got to stop buying duplicates of everything until I know whether I actually like it or not. So I may have to go through another one of those stupid things, but I got that one completely done, so I was happy. The Rare Beauty Mascara is called Perfect Strokes. I think this is a smaller size than even what the trial size that they sell is, but I'm not 100% certain. This was one of those, I don't know what it was. It didn't come in a set, but it came as like a perk or something. I really like it. For not being a waterproof, I had no problems with flaking, smudging, anything, but I also do use a waterproof too, so... But I got good definition, good length, all of that. I enjoyed that a lot. My Strawberry Lip Smacker. And there go the dogs. We're going to pretend that they're not doing that because I don't know what they're barking at. I think it's like 1 in the morning when I'm filming. I went through an It Cosmetics 5x4s loose powder. Oh, I took this top sifter thingy out that is normally in there, and I have that because I will reuse this because I'm going to franken some powder. So, like I said, I try and reuse my containers. So that is done. And honestly, I love this powder. I love this powder. I love the pressed. I love the loose. But I think I'm going to try and stick with the e.l.f. from now on because it's a fraction of the cost. And honestly, is about as finely milled, in my opinion. Went through the Rebecca Minkoff perfume. You knew about that. Now, this and then the Versace Dylan Blue. Yep, name's up there. You know I'm not going to say it right. These are old Scentbird ones. These were in projects. You knew I was going through these. The Rebecca Minkoff is okay, but there's something about it that reminds me of Nang Champa, And that, well, excuse you, that may not mean anything to you. If you are old enough and know what a head shop is, it's that incensey smell that's in old record stores, head shops, that kind of stuff. So there's a hint of that to that. So I didn't care for it that much. I would really appreciate it if they would stop that. I can't yell at them. They're deaf, so it doesn't really help if I do. But now, the Dylan Blue, I liked. I might have to see if I can get, if Dossier makes one that's like this. They're trying to drive me to drink. Anyway, so yes, we love the Dylan Blue. That's lovely. Rebecca Minkoff, I don't necessarily recommend. It's not my cup of tea. I would say that I would just stop this and start over and redo the video, but I'm already 20 minutes in and I'm almost done, so I'm not going to re-record this. You're just going to have to put up with dogs barking in the background, and hopefully they just shut up soon. Because the last thing we have, you guys, is my candles. And you know I love me my candles. I have a Mainstays Lilac Breeze Triple Wick, and I've chipped the wax out of this. I love this. Lilacs are my favorite flower. I love this. I have got a Dollar Tree Vanilla, which I love those too. Those are really handy. I've got a Dollar Tree. I don't know what brand this was, but this is the apple cinnamon, so it's a little bit different than the vanilla because they make the vanilla in a couple of scents too. But this one was an apple cinnamon one, but still $1.25. And then another one of my husband's favorite Glade that, God, these things burn black. This is part of the 2-packs that they sell. That's what size. This one is in, I don't even know what the scent was. Like I said, that was one of his. I do have one Bath & Body Works. I was going to say Bed Bath & Beyond, but that's not it. They're White Barn candles in white gardenia. And I obviously chipped the rest of that. I have, ooh, that smells good. Love that smell. I have enough wax now, and I bought wicks, so I should be able to maybe make a candle or two for the updates with next month too, so that I can show you guys. This one is Bellevue Luxury Candles. It is saltwater and pomelo. This, I think, came as a 4-pack set at, I think it was Costco, and my husband actually bought these. I'm rubbing off on him. It's good for him. And then this one, which I am trying to clean out. This was a Homeworks candle by, okay, so Homeworks is Harry Slatkin, and Homeworks is also something that they do sell some of at Ulta. And whenever anybody talks about it, I said, don't buy the Ulta candles, get the Homeworks ones, because Harry Slatkin is like a nose, basically, like in the perfume business. So his candles have layers and upon layers, and I mean, he does amazing things. This was part of a 4-pack special. It was a holiday thing, because this one was oatmeal cookie, so I think this was part of a Christmas set. And I had gotten these off of QVC. I had a couple, but I had bought multiple packs because I gave them to all of the women in my family as part of their Christmas present. So there were only a couple that I could actually keep because there were things that I was allergic to in some of them, but this one just really smells good. Oatmeal cookie. I mean, it just smells good. And he actually had said when these came out too that he intentionally did the jars like this so that they were reusable. Now, this one came in with a cracked lid. You can barely tell. You can't feel it. It's still workable, and either way, I would still be able to use the jar for something. So, like I said, working on cleaning it out, but cleaning out wax is sometimes a pain in the butt. So, that is probably the longest and most extensive Empties video I have done to date. So, if you made it through all of this, thank you oh so much for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed going through all of these things. Thank you for doing all of the things. Thank you for taking the time. As always, I appreciate it. Until next time, everybody. See ya. Bye.